Paper was like gold in medieval times.
Oh, not tobacco. Sugar.
That everything we thought we knew about the world might turn out to be completely wrong.
Oh, look at Aston, a Roman and Sophia.
Quadruplets are incredibly rare. Only 4 sets are born in the UK each year.
Having quads isn't ordinary.
It feels a bit strange, but I've learned to live with it now, and it's pretty awesome.
From the moment they arrive, they present their parents with a unique set of challenges.
Sort of a whirlwind, really, non-stop.
I said to Matt this morning, I said, I can't promise I'm not going to kill someone today.
We've filmed with 4 families, each with quads of different ages. 1-year-olds.
Always nappy time, all right.
3-year-olds.
Do you want to tell everybody you did a poo-poo in the bath?
6-year-olds.
Jess, please.
I'm not guessing.
Even Mummy gets you muddled up sometimes.
Do you understand, Mummy?
And 10-year-olds. They meet up for the first time ever.
Seeing the babies brought back some quite emotional memories.
And we see the joys.
Oh, Dada! Moments like this have to be cherished, don't they?
And heartaches.
The health visitor said, "You're really depressed, Emily." I said, "No, I'm just overwhelmed. Anyone would be."
Of living with quads.
It's been enjoyable, stressful, but I won't change it for the world.
I'm surprised.
Where's he gone?
Meet the Davies quadruplets. Sophia, Aston, Amelia and Roman have just celebrated their first birthday.
Sophia! What's all this?
For parents Matt and Kat, it's been an incredible 12 months.
We decided to try for a baby because it was kind of like the next step that would make everything really nice. I've got an 8-year-old Callum. Matt already had 8-year-old Faith. It was just like the next step. It would just make us all come together, I suppose.
Discovering she had polycystic ovaries, 27-year-old Kat made the big decision to start taking a drug designed to help with egg release.
Now, a side effect of them is twins sometimes. You don't really hear triplets often, and as the doctor said, you know, you never hear quads.
A year after starting the drug, they were given extraordinary news. Not only had Kat released 4 eggs, but Matt had fertilised every one of them. But all quadruplet pregnancies are treated as high risk, and every day was a worry.
All quads are born very early. We were told that any babies born before 28 weeks have like a very slim chance of survival. Any babies born after 28 weeks have a 95% chance. Very fortunately for us, ours were born at 30 weeks. We had the best possible outcome. You know, we've got 4 very healthy babies.
10 weeks after they were born, the quads were ready to come home.
I think that's the only time it ever really hit me. Like, today's the day your life's just changed. And looking back now, it's been a tough 12 months.
Fortunately, they found a formula for raising quads that plays to both of their strengths.
Matt goes to work, I do everything else.
I'll second that.
Matt and Kat live in Stockport, and true to form, Kat's up earliest, making the first of 16 bottles for the day.
We got up at 7 o'clock this morning. And the babies have been up all night, but I got them out of bed at 7 o'clock. It was just awful last night. You don't normally wake each other up, but last night they were just in competition with each other over who could get the most attention. I said to Matt this morning, I said, I can't promise I'm not going to kill someone today.
Matt is the manager of a car dealership, and leaves the house at 8:15 6 days a week.
Hello. Hiya. Hello. I've had them for the odd half an hour, the odd hour. Well, Kat's done a bit of shopping and stuff, but not for a full day on my own. I do the feeding and stuff. I'm not really, the nappies and stuff, not really my interest, to be honest. But maybe that's a male thing, I don't know.
You do a nappy, I'll pay these wage.
I did one the other week. I did one about 3 weeks ago.
I look at the fell out of it.
Yeah.
With Matt off to work, it's time for Kat to get down to business.
This is like my office. This is my job. And I feel guilty for thinking that sometimes, but that's just what it is. It's a job.
Over the next 8 hours, Kat's duties will include...
Oh, Amelia, this is not what girls do.
Changing 16 nappies.
I probably change more nappies in one nappy change session, but most people change in a whole day.
Cooking 12 meals.
Okay. Never really had much food in the fridge because it would go off before we actually ate it, and now it's just food. I've never cooked so much in my life.
Nipping out to do the weekly shop.
Spend about £150 a week easy on shopping. Cheese spread butter. We'll get 5 minutes out of that.
Taking in a breath of fresh air.
Put that down because I can't see over it. I actually drive quite blind. We've never seen a buggy like it. People do stop us a lot and they want to know all the questions about the babies and the pregnancy, and they go right down to your sex life. Really the nitty-gritty, and it's none of their business.
Before heading back home for the afternoon shift.
I'll do your bum in a minute. I'll do your next. I'm shattered. I keep saying it's like having a job, and it is like having a job. But I don't get a day off. This is me every single day. I knew it's going to be the hardest thing I've ever done, and it is the hardest thing I've ever done.
Finally, at 6:15.
Roman.
Bedtime.
So I'll clean up now. So when Matt comes home from work, he walks into a nice atmosphere, and I'll cook tea. Woman's job's never done.
With the kids tucked up in bed, Matt returns home from work.
Hi. You okay? Don't go there. You can't come in here telling me you're tired.
You're in trouble now.
He may be shattered, but tomorrow Matt's taking on what could be the biggest job of his life. Kat needs to take Callum to hospital for eye surgery, and she's leaving Matt in charge of the quads for the first time since they were born.
There we go. Foolproof.
But she's not leaving anything to chance.
What do you think of that?
Routine: bottle, breakfast, toast, do the nappies, get dressed, playtime, for me or the babies.
For you.
Nap time 1 hour,
Ish.
lunch, pasta, daily lunchable, bottle of water, dinner. Well, I can do all that. I don't know what the baby's going to do all day. I can do that.
The vast majority of quadruplets are born through IVF treatment, when one or more fertilised eggs are placed in the mother's womb. A process that's helped bring stay-at-home dad Justin's awesome foursome into the world. Now almost 3, his girls are at an age of maximum mobility and minimum sense.
Yeah, don't worry about Caroline. Yeah, she's fine. Obviously, corralling 4 little 3-year-olds is a nightmare in some cases. But obviously here it's a locked compound, so they can't go anywhere. Patience is a good virtue, and evidently I have loads of patience. You just take things nice and calm and easy. Don't get stressed out. because at the end of the day, if you get stressed out, then it's going to obviously impact with the girls. Yeah, monkey. I wouldn't swap it, even for Euro Millions.
Justin lives in Rotherham with his wife Christine, who works as an A&E nurse.
Yes! I did it! Right, come on then.
After trying for nearly 10 years to conceive, they decided to try IVF. And it was after just one round of treatment that they got the shock of their lives.
He held up his fingers, you're having quadruplets. It's like, wow.
We were like really shocked, and I thought he was kidding us. I was like, are you joking? We're having 4. They had to scan us 2 or 3 times to make sure. And the whole of like the fertility clinic were like bouncing up and down because we were the talk of the whole clinic.
Conception may have come quickly, but for Christine, bringing the babies into the world couldn't come quickly enough.
I couldn't walk from this sofa to there in the end. I was that breathless. I was in so much pain, I wasn't sleeping. And in total, I spent about 10 weeks in hospital.
Giving birth to 4 children carries increased risks. And that's not just for the babies.
The worst case scenario is I have no one. And that includes 4 little children, and my wife can actually die as well. It sends shivers down my spine now, even today, you know, some nearly 3 years on.
It's generally recommended that quads are delivered 10 weeks premature, but less time spent in the womb can lead to an underdeveloped immune system.
This is Alexis' medicine. It's called amoxicillin or amoxicillin.
Alexis has just come out of hospital after 5 days, and her sister Alicia has just gone in with the same chest infection. As well as being prone to infections, being delivered early can result in food intolerances, something Justin is only too aware of.
They had reflux, and it turned out ultimately it was an intolerance to milk and to soya. And Caroline and Darcy, they could literally be sick and it'll go for about 5 to 6 foot. And we've got lovely plum curtains in our bedroom with a dash of grey now. It doesn't come out.
Justin may be a toddler down, but he's determined to carry on as normal.
Anybody will tell you, with multiples, when we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever number, routine is key. Actually, if you break the routine, you then have payback from the children involved. They'll give you grief.
But there is one eventuality that even he can't plan for.
Caroline's decided to do a poop in the bath. Yeah, I know you have.
Raising quadruplets is a unique challenge, and the only way to learn is through hands-on experience. In Stockport, it's 6:30 in the morning, and car salesman Matt's alarm clock is ringing.
Come on.
His 1-year-old quads have just woken up.
Good morning.
Mum Kat has taken older son Callum to hospital for eye surgery, leaving Matt alone with their 4 babies for the first time since they were born.
What's Daddy got? You're gonna cause Daddy some problems? Or should we have some fun? We're gonna have some fun today, I think.
Matt might not be selling cars, but he's got 4 demanding customers to keep happy.
Silence, 5 minutes worth of peace. Heaven. Heaven. Just trying to sneak myself a cup of tea in. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. It's like poetry.
Although he has Kat's routine as a roadmap,
where's the bubbles?
Today, Matt's decided to go off-road with the quads.
I'm a cool dude. I love my job. It's something I've always done, but moments like this have to be cherished, don't they?
Despite a fun morning, a shorter than usual nap is catching up with the babies.
No, Roman. No, hands off. Stop being awkward, you. Hey. This is because you've not had a sleep. Hey, come on. Look at you, you're soaking. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Probably wondering where Kat is. They're due a bottle, and they've got wet clothes on. All my fault. Hey, come on.
Fortunately for Matt, Kat's home to help with bedtime.
So, how have you found it today?
Hard work, tiring. Aston had bumped his head over there at one point, so he was on the floor crying. I think I had Sophia laying in front of me trying to change her.
I'm impressed that you've changed 4 nappies.
How many?
The physical demands of quadruplet babies and toddlers can certainly be daunting. But as they reach school age, a whole new set of emotional challenges emerge.
Burn some energy off.
In Peterborough, Simon and Emily Bates are at home with their 6-year-olds. Son Leo and daughters Carrie, Kaylee and Jessie May.
We decided when we got engaged that when we got married, that was the point we're going to start trying for a family. That's what we hoped for. And then it wasn't happening, and I was getting quite upset. It was quite stressful. And during those, there were dark days, we turned to medical help.
To maximise the chance of giving birth to at least one child, 3 embryos were implanted into Emily. Against the odds, all 3 developed, and by chance, one of the embryos split, creating the twins.
Because they discovered it so late, we only had like a week where we had to make a decision whether to reduce 2 or not.
Due to the added dangers of having quadruplets, it's generally recommended that mothers terminate 1 or more of the developing fetuses. In Emily's case, it was the twins.
We were referred to a specialist in high-risk pregnancy. And when we got there, he thought we'd been booked in to have a procedure to have them reduced, and we thought we were just going for counselling.
Against medical advice, they decided to go ahead with all 4 babies.
It was hell. This whole pregnancy is on a knife edge.
At 30 weeks, they were born by caesarean.
Yeah, that was the 21st of May 2009, their birthday.
We were very lucky, all healthy. They were all alive. They'd laugh in the special care baby unit. How are you going to cope with 4 babies when you get them home?
We have.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Right, so what do you want, Leo? Are we to carry? What do you want?
The quadruplets are now 6 years old, happy and healthy.
Do you not want, honey? I do. OK. So that their teacher can have a little bit of help telling them apart, we put different colour bubbles in Jessie and Kaylee's hair. Jessie's got a chicken pox scar just there, so you can't tell unless you move their fringe.
But there have been some concerns over the twins' progress.
I personally feel as a mother, it did seem that Jessie and Caleb were more impacted by their prematurity than the others.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Because they were behind, like, coordination skills and, like, it's even now, isn't it, 2 of them?
In a bid to help the twins catch up with their siblings, the family recently took the decision to move all the children to a private school that best catered to their needs.
They went for a couple of days to try it out. They were assessed, and the school did feel that it would benefit them to be back in year 1 to bring them back up.
Can you get your shoes on?
Please, let's go, 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 go.
We've given them all a chance.
The best opportunity.
They've all got the same.
4 of them.
To have an equal chance in life.
Jess, put it under the thing so it's under properly.
I'm not guessing.
Oh, sorry, I thought you was Jessie.
But the knock-on effect of paying 4 sets of school fees has meant Emily has had to return to full-time work. Now juggling a 50-hour week with looking after the quads.
It's been almost impossible. Me doing all the school runs by myself because Simon, he leaves the house at 7:15 and he's not home till like 6:30, 7:45. So I can't do it I can't physically do it by myself anymore.
To cope with the added stress, the family have had to make a major life decision. The quads will soon be living Monday to Friday with their grandmother so Emily can work.
She's offered to do this and she's made sacrifices to be there for her grandchildren.
You know, it is the best option that they can work out, to be able to afford it, do it and keep going as we are. We're making this sacrifice, all 3 of us, because we want for them.
I suppose I won't be really doing these anymore. So I won't miss the fighting ones. But I miss these ones where we're all getting on and it's harmonious.
There comes a time in every parent's life when their kids want to be in the driving seat. But what happens when 4 of them want to take the wheel at the same time?
Hello, my name is Jessica Collis. Hello, my name is Holly and I'm 9 years old. I'm Ellie. I am Georgie. I am the best.
These 4 girls are amongst the rarest quadruplets in the world. Naturally conceived, they're genetically identical.
Why we got 4, it's probably more me than you, to do with my age and the eggs being weaker. 1 egg was fertilised and that 1 egg split into 4 but remained in 1 sac, so it didn't separate out and therefore they were all joined to 1 placenta.
To actually survive the pregnancy with 4 healthy children was in the billions.
A decade on and the girls are about to celebrate their 10th birthday.
2 for you. Don't write them yet. Let me give everybody 2 invitations so we can just decide who we want them to be and they're going to be right.
Mum Julie has organised a bowling party. The girls might be in charge of who comes, but invites are strictly rationed.
Even though I really wanted to invite other ones of my friends, but I'm only allowed to invite 2 because there's 4 of us. We've all got to invite 2 people.
This is part of their life. They don't know anything different, so they just accept that, there's 4 of us and Mum says we can only invite 2, so that's all we can invite. But they're also, on the other side of that, they're lucky that they've actually got 3 other sisters all the time, so they've got 3 best friends anyway.
But best friends can also be the best of enemies.
You! Don't sit next to me. It's your own fault. Shut up. Don't tell me to shut up. If you tell us to shut up, we'll tell you to.
And for the Carles girls, despite being born within 4 minutes of each other, a natural pecking order is emerging.
Your breath is stinking. Yes! We're identical, but I'm assuming it's older than my sister, so I'm actually the oldest. She likes to boss us around a little bit because she's the eldest, or just because a bit whiny. She is. I love living with my sisters because they are my favourite thing in the whole world, and I love them. Holly and Jessica are N-O-T cute. They are not cute. Really, if you think they're cute, they are not cute. The worst thing about being a quad is that I get annoyed by Georgie. She's very, very mean to me most of the time. Do you, if you shut up? Be quiet! Ow. Let me have as much loudness as I want. Ow! Ow! That really stinks. You really stung me.
What's going on?
She was being mean. Mummy, she was so sharp to us. Because she was being mean, man. It's not being mean.
Holly, stop getting involved. Right, you don't need to cry. Well, you don't hit people.
Can I have
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Don't talk to me in that tone, young lady.
I understand. Now let me go. Look how much team.
It's always Jess and Georgie, always. I don't know what it is about those two. They just, like, repel against each other. Georgie's very bossy, and Jessica looks up to Georgie, and I suppose there's a certain amount of, I want Georgie to be proud of me, and all Georgie does is boss me about. And then Holly gets involved because she sticks up for her sister, which is quite sweet. But it makes it worse.
Before you know it, you've got a wall on your hands.
When you're suddenly blessed with 4 new arrivals, extended family can be a lifesaver. And over in Peterborough, Emily's quads are getting ready to stay with their gran.
Because you're going to be at Grandma's most of the time, we're sorting out what you really want there. And then we're going to have some bits that you keep here, and then everything else we don't want is going, so it's a good opportunity to clear out.
Emily recently returned to full-time work to help pay for the children's school fees, and her mum has stepped in to help with the childcare.
The children now are going to live with Mum 5 nights a week, and they spend the rest of the time here. It was my mum's idea. She's always been like a third parent anyway.
Come on, Carrie.
Mummy, I want to keep all of this.
OK, pile for here and a pile for Grandma's.
Doing it this way, it means that we actually get more quality time with them, because the weekends are the weekends. I was working at weekends to make it work, and it was putting the pressure on everybody.
Is there anything you want to chuck out?
No. No.
Are we giving any away or not?
I think I'm always questioning whether I'm doing the right thing for my children, right from the moment they were conceived. Having quads isn't ordinary, and what we're doing is, I suppose, is quite extraordinary, really, with the school. And I think that's just how it is.
If you want some more, you can have some more of my chips.
The next time Simon and Emily see the quads will be at the weekend.
1, 2, 3.
Cheers. Cheers to the weekend. Cheers.
Up in Rotherham, with Alicia now out of hospital, the Clark's 3-year-olds are all back home and vying for Mum and Dad's attention.
Oh, well done. High five.
Having 4 children of the same age, all wanting the same thing at the same time, can be difficult for parents and can also impact on the children's development.
They are slightly behind on the language, but then you're going to get that with 4 children the same age, and you can't obviously give the one-to-one that other children would get. And sometimes you do feel, I wish you could do that, and you just can't. It's just like, no way you can.
Go and sit at the window.
Today, the girls are being privately assessed to see how they're progressing.
Hiya.
Penny Lizelle has worked in child health care for 15 years and has experience in helping families with multiples.
Who likes making tea?
Here, shall you make some tea?
We're going to have a tea party.
Penny's assessment includes social and emotional development,
Cups and saucers out.
how they're doing with their motor skills,
Wow. Oh, that's very good. I want you to throw a ball, so I've just demonstrated that beautifully. What do you think that's?
and importantly, language development.
What's that? It's a tree, isn't it? Well done.
Because multiples often get less one-to-one with their parents, they sometimes come up with their own unique ways of communicating with each other.
They do actually have their own little language together and speak amongst themselves. It can be quite intimate and insular, just the 4 of them together. So sometimes that can make them quite lazy. What we're looking for in children's speech and language, the biggest thing is that they've got an understanding.
What sort of noise does a cat make?
Shut it.
Meow, well done.
Meow, well done. The advice that I would give to you with the speech, and I'm sure you know it, is and it's also quite difficult for you to do, but to sit down and
sit books, read stories, sing rhymes, things like that. So you're not just specifically looking at single words and things like that. You're actually putting all those words into context.
You going to say bye?
Bye, girls. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It may be in, a couple of months if things haven't progressed, a speech and language assessment, may be indicated. But at the moment, I think considering their prematurity, considering there's 4 of them, I think, they're sort of age appropriately developing in that area.
That was really good, actually. Yeah, sort of knowing that they're on par, really. And that's probably due to the hard work that Oscar has put in with the girls.
Dividing your attention between quadruplets of any age is undoubtedly an incredibly difficult task. One mother who realised early on she would need help coping was Kat in Stockport. Tonight she's got a very special visitor at the Davies family home.
Where do you think you're going? This isn't a free-for-all. No?
Professional nanny Christina has travelled up from London to look after the kids so Matt and Kat can go on a long overdue date.
The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all day long. I think you've grown out of these straps. I do. You're no longer the smallest, Raymond. Are you? Mummy's
Christina met the family when the Quads first came home from hospital. Working as a volunteer provided by TAMBA, the Twins and Multiple Births Association.
I remember messaging Tamba. I'm sure it was like 5 o'clock in the morning and I had enough. I wanted to just walk out the house and I was like, where is all this help you said I could have? And then a couple of weeks later, Christina was here and you just turned my household upside down, basically, for the better. She came in like this absolute Tasmanian devil, went, right, you sleep at this time, you go bed at that time, you have a bottle at this time. So Matt went to work that morning, came home that night, and the babies were all in bed, fast asleep, and he couldn't believe his eyes. You just completely changed the world that we was living in.
I did it. I just guided you gently.
She's my angel. She saved me. We used to go out every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. Now, I don't know how we used to be able to afford it. It's really hard with quads to go out. It's getting babysitters. Anybody will look after one, but you get more than one, and it's a big responsibility, and I probably wouldn't want that myself if it was somebody else's kids. But it's a shame that I have to get someone all the way from London to come up to babysit for us. It's not round the corner. It has to be very planned.
In Peterborough, it's the first day of the new regime for Grandma Louise and her 4 grandchildren. 6-year-olds Carrie, Leo, Kaylee and Jessie May have stayed over at their grand's before, but now they are living with her full-time during the school week.
I get in, I get their food because obviously they're hungry, and after tea, try to get one to do their homework, their reading, and then after they've all done their reading, it's have a little wash, get ready for bed, and get them in as quick as you can, as quick as you can get away with. Right, tea's nearly ready. Go and sit at your table. Grandma will bring it in. All right? There's more toast to come. No, I never in my wildest dreams I thought I'd be a grandma, go and visit, have a cuddle, there you go, bye-bye, I'm off. And well, nobody visualised this. Because being here is different and it's still the changeover, so I've let them all sleep in my bed and we'll see how, if they don't settle down, then Grandma'll be up there hot foot.
We're at Grandma's house!
And why are you at Grandma's house?
Because we're having a sleepover.
How often do you have sleepover?
Lots of times!
Do you like having sleepovers?
Yeah!
What's fun about having a sleepover?
Because you get to sleep in Grandma's bed! And we love to bounce and
Although the kids seem to have settled in, as the week wears on, the more Emily wonders if she's doing the right thing.
This separation really upsets me sometimes. The house is quiet, they're not here. And that's hard to take.
Hello?
Oh, hello, how's it going?
They haven't done their homework yet.
How much have they got?
Well, Leo's getting on with this, he's got spelling. Oh, what's going on?
Is that Leo? Yeah.
I know, I don't know what the problem is.
Do you want me to come round?
Yeah, if you don't mind, 'cause I think they'd appreciate it.
I'll come round.
I'll
come round.
Let me go, 'cause I'm just getting organised, all right?
Oh, no, you sounds like you were on top of things. All right, bye.
Bye.
So where are they at with the homework? Hey, Jessie!
Spellings.
Just spellings? What about reading? Oh, are you coming to help me?
Yes.
It's very quiet. I wasn't expecting that. How was school today?
I only got 2
Missed you, babes.
I only got I want to go home.
You want to go home?
I only got 11 right.
Why do you want to come home? You only got 11?
Yeah, I got 2 right.
Sit on my lap. I'm going to have a chat about it.
I want to go home.
Why do you want to go home?
Because I don't want beds.
Do you want your new beds? Do you have your beds at the weekend? Oh.
The children, they do miss us when we're not there, but then they miss my mum as well when my mum's not there and they want to be with my mum. So she's become really entwined in their lives. We're all entwined in each other's lives. Leo, do you miss me? Did you miss me? Yeah. It wasn't working. My mum offered to do this. My mum suggested it because she saw how we were struggling.
Have you got everything you want to take to bed? Yeah. We'll brush your teeth ready then.
In the past, the enormity of looking after 4 children all developing at the same time did take its toll on Emily.
It was difficult. A lot of sleepless nights. I'd felt like I was trapped. It was just physically exhausting because you were just constantly on the go. Almost impossible, I'd say. Definitely there was desperate periods, or one time I woke up in the morning and they were screaming and I just thought, I can't get out of bed, I can't face it. So I rang an NHS child line. Somebody just listened because I said, I've lost the plot. One of them's wet themselves, but I felt they were doing it deliberately. That's how I wasn't thinking rationally. And then the health visitor did all these things like postnatal depression test. She said, you're really depressed, Emily. I said, no, I'm just overwhelmed. Anyone would be. It was a very, very difficult time. It was. Like, you were having a bit of a rocky day today and I was missing them all. And it's probably because we're sensing that they're upset as well with it all. You deal with them just as well as I do. It's like...
Chase around the house with the broomstick.
Yeah. Whatever you need to do.
All right.
I'll get back then because I'm up early tomorrow for work. And you've got to be up early with the kids, haven't you? All right, see you in the week. I'll give you a ring tomorrow anyway, or ring me, see how you're getting on.
When you've got 4 babies at home, spending time as a couple can be difficult. In Stockport, parents Matt and Kat are on a rare date. With super nanny Christina at home babysitting, it's a chance to reflect on their first year as quad parents.
Looking back now, At the time I was going through everything, I was thinking, God, this needs to hurry up, and, you know, the bottle feeds and the night feeds, and this needs to hurry up, we need to get over this stage. And now I look back and I think, I should do that again, but take my time and enjoy it.
That day, obviously, you were at the hospital with Callum, it was hard.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to do it every day. I don't. And I probably took it for granted.
Yeah, you definitely did.
So,
because,
you know.
Where you think you go to work for 9 hours, I get up at 2 hours before you every morning, and when you come home from work at night, I'm still working for another 3 hours before I actually sit down with you. Because some nights I don't sit down till 10 o'clock at night.
And I probably didn't realise just how involved and stressful your day can get until I obviously
did it that one
was
time.
off and
At least now you know it's not like that.
it did definitely change my perspective because, you know, I used to think it was just a case of you'd put the babies to sleep, you'd go and watch TV for half an hour, or you'd put your feet up. There's none of that. He's pot washing, he's making sure the bottles are done, you know, and stuff I didn't think about.
Right, you can sleep in the bed tonight now you said that.
I can't believe you said that.
It's been a month since the Bates quads have been living at their grandma's during the week. Since being at their new school, twins Jessie and Kaylee have made great progress and are moving up to join their siblings in Year 2.
Yeah, that's better that they're all together, definitely, yeah. And that they're not a year behind the other two, so they're all together and where they should be, yeah.
It's good for their dignity, Jessie and Kaylee.
Yeah.
We question as being a parent, whether always, all the time, am I doing the right thing? Am I being fair? And we think, oh, overall, we're doing this to be fair. That's the main reason.
It's definitely the right choice, yeah. It's hard work, but yeah, no, they're really doing well now.
But there is one member of the family that isn't happy.
Is it nice having your sisters in the same class as you?
No.
Why not?
Because they're really annoying.
It's the Carles Quadruplets' 10th birthday party.
I think it's amazing, actually, when you think about how their chances of survival were very slim. Here we are, celebrating their 10th birthday, and they're lively and bubbly. When they were born, we had no idea what was ahead of us at all, I don't think. Certainly couldn't imagine picturing something like this. And now we've got a picture the next 10 years, and I just can't imagine that either.
You can't drink it out of there!
Watching them grow into young ladies and watching what path they choose, that's the bit I'm looking forward to the most, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe maybe the next 3 or 4 years might be quite hard as they hit teenagers, and myself as a teenager, I was quite hideous, so I'm not looking forward to that all coming back at me fourfold. Comfy. And you, Jessie?
Do you like being part of a set of quadruplets?
Obviously, I like it here. It's just kind of crazy. I think we've got the best bond between me and my sisters. No one else I've ever met in my life has actually had identical quads, and it feels a bit strange, but I've learned to live with it now, and it's pretty awesome. A quick scene. Go, yoga! Go, yoga!
Raising quadruplets isn't easy, and with each age comes a new challenge. Today, our 4 extraordinary families are getting together.
I'm dead overwhelmed to see so many quads. I keep looking at them all, and I keep thinking, God, they all look alike, and mine look nothing alike, but everybody looks at mine sometimes and says they look alike. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a rare chance to share their experiences with the only people who could ever understand.
For me, seeing the babies brought back some quite emotional memories and quite some horrendous ones as well, thinking I couldn't do it again.
When your family walked in, I just thought, wow, how do they do that? That looks amazing.
The hardest part for me, I remember, is when they were 18 months, 2 years old.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry, Kat.
It can't possibly be harder than listening to two of your babies screaming for food while you're feeding two other babies.
That is hard.
Surely it can't be harder than that.
Happy day, Callum.
The jury is still out over who has the hardest job. But one thing's for sure, living with quads can be as rewarding as it is tough.
Being the youngest, obviously having people like you who've gone through it at 3, 6 and 10, you know, it's like you see the light at the end of the tunnel. What age did it stop?
I can't remember it.